All right, we're live. And for anyone who's going to be watching the playback, I'm going to keep the questions on this time because this is more of a question and answer session. This isn't a lesson per se. This is just my guitar review, which I should take the time to kind of like, I don't know, buff up a little, right? Okay, let's see. Oh, and it's thundering out. Hoo hoo hoo. This is going to be a good time. Let's see. Let's see how we're doing out there. Hello, everyone. The chat is on because I'm doing a live product review of my Ernesto guitar. How is everybody doing? I just want to make sure the chat is actually working this time and I didn't shut up. Hey, hello, hey Marcel, how are you? All right, guys. So really quickly, at the end of this review, and I'm going to take questions for the review, we're going to discuss the Ernesto VH second gen guitar. So cool. So hey, Saint of Circumstance, I got your email, by the way. All right, so really quickly, hello everyone. Let's just talk about this piece of machinery. Now, I'll tell you the quick story how I came to get this guitar here. This is the guitar known as Ernesto VH second generation from Phred Instruments. Now, the way I got this guitar in particular, I don't own this guitar. I kind of just share with you. I'll explain. I started Stitch Method, and my very good friend Brian, who I'm sure he's going to be on this chat, came to visit me, and he's like, dude, I brought you something, and you have to come meet me. And I was like, all right. So I met with him, and he takes out this guitar case, and I'm thinking, him and I have been friends for a long time, and I'm thinking that it's my old Samick 3/4 electric guitar, and I was like so excited. I thought that's what it was. And he's like, here, he's like, you should be using this on your YouTube channel. And I opened it up, and it was better than my what I thought it was. And I was looking at this thing, and I was like, oh, no way. And I knew exactly what it was because he had mentioned it. So I was excited to get my hands on it. And if you really want to buy one, I'll talk about why you should. So let's just take it now. I really should have like done my good job of like dusting this off and like polishing it, but first you can see how just gorgeous it is. It's just gorgeous. Okay, so let's just talk about a couple of things. Hollow body guitars. Now, for any of you who don't want to hear about the band Fish or anything, and I get it because I mention them a lot, this is a copy of Trey's of Trey Anastasio's guitar, the guy who is right there. All right, so for anybody who's a Fish fan, to play a copy or a clone of his instrument is it's pretty awesome to do. Because you just, you go, okay, this is what he must feel like. This is what his axe must kind of like feel like. So the second I picked it up, the first thing I noticed was how lightweight it was. I mean, this is a lightweight guitar. And I don't know about you, but I love lightweight guitars. I do have a Gibson Les Paul somewhere. Where is that thing? Right there. And that thing is a heavy guitar. And I remember when I was really young, and my doctor was like, dude, what's going on with your spine? And I was like, guitar player. And he's like, a Gibson Les Paul? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, that will do that to your spine. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I've always had a natural affinity after that towards seeking out lighter guitars. So this is super lightweight, so it's super, super comfortable. Super comfortable. Some of those old Les Pauls push over. This Les Paul is about 12, 13 pounds. And no joke. I mean, it really can put your back out of whack, and it's heavy. Don't get me wrong. It's awesome, and that's the guitar I grew up on. But when you get a light guitar in your hands that plays like a beast, you go, okay, this is great. Chat is on, and I apologize for anyone watching this in the review. So let's just quickly go over this guitar. One thing I do want to mention is that this model, so my friend Brian had this, and he gave it to me at as in a passing on of tradition of sharing jam band knowledge. And so even though this is in my house, this is owned by two people, and I just want it to be used well. So that's the whole premise of this. So I do own it for now, but I'm sure this will make its way back to Brian. Okay, so first, it has a stop bar. It doesn't have the floating. I forgot what it's called, the little tailpiece. It has a stop bar, which I actually really, really like. Now, I don't know about the options now, what Phred has for that. I'm assuming he has this option if you want it, but the reason I like it is because I do rest my hand a lot on the stop bar when I'm playing, okay? I will take questions at the end of this review, but I'm just kind of watching it. So the next thing you'll notice is that this thing has two humbuckers. The reason that I like humbuckers is because they are hefty duty, okay? Super hefty duty, as in they have balls, all right? They have the rock sound. And let's just talk about my premise Now, I am not a luthier. I am not a guitar critiquer of any sort. I just, when I pick up a guitar and I like it, I get it. And this is a guitar that I'm really, really happy to own. And so let's just talk about cutaways and what I feel like cutaways are for, or the hollow body. If you think about it, if you have a giant block of wood, 100% or like 99% of your energy is going to go into that wood, and it's going to go through your pickups, and it's going to rumble like rock. And if you want a smoother sound, and now if Fred watches this review, I'm sure he will. I want him to chime in the exact purposes of a double cutaway or double hollow body. Excuse me. Hey, hello. Hey, Gloria. But this hollow body lets some tones out. It lets this guitar breathe, and it captures a smoother sound from these humbuckers, in my opinion. And when you're listening to music like again, like Trey, who has such a smooth sound with some great sustain, that smooth sound is coming from his hollow body working with him and his humbuckers working with him. So I like the idea of a hollow body guitar to start. Now you can see it does have coil tapping right here, where you can turn the humbuckers into single coils, and they are quite effective. Single volume control for whenever you're on, and a single tone, and you have your pickup selector right here, like a normal guitar. As for the neck, what's cool about this is, like, let's see, look, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. The 20th fret. This thing joins the body at the 20th fret. Let's just take a look at my Les Paul, and that goes 12, 13, 14, 15, 16th fret. Now, a lot of people make the comment when they see me playing this guitar that it looks like the neck is huge. It's not huge. It's joined so closely to the last frets that it looks like it's elongated. It's not. It feels right. It feels perfect. It doesn't feel like I'm being pushed out to the left. It is a 24 fret guitar. Okay, so that's the beauty of a 24 fret. You can always just hit that E and like you're ending a Fish song. As for the neck is super playable. It's really I'm not gonna say it's super thin. I'm not gonna say it's super thick. I'm gonna say it's definitely on the thinner side. It's just super comfortable. I really like the action of it. Super like flat neck. It's not a rounded neck. That's a flat neck, and my fingers like the flat neck. And traditional like Tranastasio, like a carbon copy type headstock, which is just a good looking headstock. And the tuners are great. I haven't had any problems with the tuners. To make the longest story short, this guitar is pretty awesome, and I do recommend it. Like if you want to get, as I bang it, I always bang it on this thing. If you want to get a good like boutique guitar that makes you feel like happy to own and is a little unique, and I'll tell you a quick story before I answer this up to questions. I love this guitar. I do. I play this more than I play my other hollow body. I do play my Les Paul a lot still because it's just a comfortable thing for me. I also have a Deadbolt, by the way, which I'll do a review on the Deadbolt. But I'll tell you this: when I got this, sorry, I just got a text. Sorry, I have to wait. When I got this guitar, after about 2 weeks, it kind of settled into my home, so it needed a setup. So I took it to a guitar store, and I said, hey, I just need this set up so it plays perfectly, because it's going from North Carolina to Florida, and the humidity and temperature is going to mess with this. So I go to pick it up, and they take it out, and every guitar person in the store is like hovering over this thing, and they're going, dude, what is this thing? And like it was just really funny. I mean, I'm not saying that like everyone in the world knows about Tranastasio, but I'm like, that's a Tranastasio like copy guitar type thing, and they're like, who? And I was like, all right, never mind. But I was like, I asked them, I said, so you don't know anything about this guitar? And they were like, no. And I said, oh, okay. And I asked them right off the bat, like, what do you think of the quality of this instrument? And all of them were like, this thing is awesome. And it was really funny. They were like, where is it made? And I said, I don't know. And they were looking at it and they're like, well, it's not made here. It's not made here. It's not made here because the quality is really good on this. And they were trying to guess like where everything was made. So to watch these guitar techs like be in awe of this, because you don't find this guitar. You don't find this guitar in a guitar store hanging there. You know, if you did, you walk in and just grab it. But they were impressed with the quality of it, and I am impressed with how it plays. If you want to hear, okay, so the clean sound, you know, just the let's see. Let's get the, like, you can hear it, like, nice and clean. Smooth as smooth can be, all right? When you add distortion, I believe the proper, you know, distortion pedal you have to have is a tube screamer, and you can definitely get a nice, good sound in your tube screamer. if you want to get that awesome sustain on, here's the thing, on a hollow body, you know, they're going to resonate. So I have my tube screamer set up. I also have a full drive 2 MOSFET pedal, and when I hit all these guys, I mean, you can hear that sustain. So there you go. So now somebody's like, "Oh, I hate these guitars," and I that's probably just a person who's just, "Hey, why don't you get a Languedoc?" I'll tell you why, because they're over $10,000, and I'm not going to do it because this is pretty badass, and I love it. So anyway, I just want to show you that, yeah, sustaining hard, you know, if you have your pedals right, you can really get this thing to sustain and not overdo it. I'll do it again to show you. I mean, like, you can literally hold a note for a year. Sorry. So there you go. So anyway, there's my review. It's super clean. It's super chunky when you need it to be, and I really enjoy this guitar. Like, I really do. It's finding a nice home in the Stitch household. Yeah. So, you know, again, with sustain in any guitar, you have to have a series of distortion pedals, you know, that take it up to the next level, but you got to be able to control your instrument. So, all right, I'm going to open up the floor to questions. First, starting with Jacob. Thank you. I'm sure that thank you for enjoying the lesson. So, if you have any questions about the guitar in general, that went way too fast. Let's see. Have you played a chambered body guitar? Yes. I think I played a chambered Les Paul. It felt weird to me, I think. No, it's not active pickups. Not active pickups. Okay. It's passive, I believe. Price. I think now, Phred, if you're watching this, I honestly don't know. This was given to me. I think it's like around $750. I think it's around $750. Now, how does it compare to the Deadbolt? I'll do a Deadbolt next week. I'll do the Deadbolt review next week. The Deadbolt's a much different guitar. That guitar is solid. It has active pickups. It has such a Jerry sound when you play with the toggle switches. So I'm gonna do a whole different vibe on that guitar next week. This is like, how do I explain this? This is when you're playing a Fish song. So you get this. Have you dealt with what? Okay, sorry, I'm playing golf right now, so I can't watch you, but I love you. Oh, thank you, Austin. Thank you. All right, that was very nice. What do you think about true temperament guitars? I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I'm not. No, Masters of Melody in the Mind of Prince. Oh, yeah, I'll do it in the Mind of Prince, or Masters of Melody. The name of this guitar is, it's by Phred, P-H-R-E-D, Phred Instruments. It's called the Ernesto. This is the second generation. He's got several generations of them, but this is the second gen. Let's see. Oh, you know, I don't know. Is it real ebony? I don't know, because again, this guitar was given to me, so hopefully Phred watches this and can answer some questions along the way. Let's see. No, it's not. Okay, thank Steve. Very passionate guy. What kind of strings do you use? I use D'Addario 10 gauge 1052s. I don't use coated strings or anything. I just use regular strings, and when the battery-like acid in my hands goes to the strings, I change him. All right, Steven Basieto, we're going to talk. Everyone just listen up. This guy here, Steven, is all like, oh, don't buy those guitars. Paul Languedoc forever. So, Steven, I'm going to talk directly to you. I love Paul Languedoc. He's awesome. He designed this guitar, just like Fender designed the Strat and Les Paul designed Les Pauls. But it's a model guitar that a lot of people can't afford. All right? If I could afford $10,000 for a guitar, I wouldn't be doing Stitch Method. All right? I mean, honestly, why would I? So you can sit and have, a thumb stuck up your new one and be like, oh, blah, blah, don't listen to that. But, like, this is a real guitar. Designed, I understand, by Paul Languedoc, but this is, why do you feel bad for Paul? Paul's making $300,000 to $400,000 a year, and he can't keep up with the demand, Steven. So before you start getting negative about carbon copy guitars for fans who just want to play them, it doesn't matter. So it's this guy saying, like, well, it's his design. I get it. How many Stratocaster designs are there? How many Telecaster designs are there? How many? Okay, I get it. And he says, okay, I get it. I know you get it. But you're blasting this chat room up as if like everyone is like being like, yeah. If you were Paul, you'd be pissed or you'd be honored. But the thing is, this guitar is badass. That's it. And if somebody wants to spend around $700-800 for it, God bless you, do it. You know, but there are people paying $10,000-12,000 for the guitars that Paul makes. I'm not going to do it. I have a family. This does it. Anyway, I will stop talking. But I'm doing this review to show people don't be afraid of boutique guitars. Can I do? Yes, I can do. True temperament frets are different on a true temperament fretted guitar. Check them out. Honestly, blow your mind. I'll check out these temperament frets. I don't know what they are. I don't know everything in the guitar world. Well, okay. On the deadbolt, I got the brass upgrade, and I got the American wiring system, and I haven't had any like qualms with the deadbolt, which we'll talk about. Yeah, semi-hollow. It is. It is semi-hollow. So yeah, and again, like, love this thing. Cage, you opened up the pentatonic scale for me. Well, okay, Dave, watch my watch how my bar chords connect video. He's asking about the Cage chord system. I'm working on a complete never lost system, and I wish I had more time in the world. I don't. I really don't. And so it's slowly coming together, and it's going to explain everything, and hopefully it'll blow your minds, and you guys will, you know, teach stitch method or just play guitar somewhere, but it's coming slowly. I wish I had more time where I can sit and just do that, but I can't because I teach a lot. How to solo melodically while mixing arpeggios and scales. Yeah, that's like what I teach. You're the man. See you at MSG. No, well, thank you, Dave. No, I will not be at MSG. Barry Stevens. Hey, Barry, that's my student. Barry. Chords. Any clue why my guitar continually buzzes? It probably is a setup issue. You might have some uneven frets. You should take it to a guitar store and have it checked out. You should. You absolutely should. How does the Phred compare to your PRS? It's a great question. So the question is, how does my Phred compare to the PRS that I have? And what he's referring to is this guy here. And you guys can see the comparison real quick. P90s and humbuckers, all right? Smoother, and this has the ability to be harsher and more mellow on how you use it, especially with the coil taps. So this is another lightweight guitar that I got that I just fell in love with because it's semi-hollow. This has more versatility, and it has the humbuckers, which I absolutely love. Roughly the same price, yes, roughly the same price. All right, keep going. I love this. More questions. Steven, I didn't mean to make you upset, but I had to defend the whole thing. Songwriting. Oh, hey, Don. Would you ever make a video on Jerry's right-hand technique? Yeah, I should make a video on Jerry's right-hand technique. Zeppelin. Okay, what is your absolute favorite guitar? I don't have one. I don't have a favorite guitar. You know, you're in a mood. Like, you know, like, I don't know. You go to the ice cream store. You're in the mood for ice cream, some sort of ice cream. What looper pedal? Oh, great question. Really quickly, I get a lot of emails from people like, what looper can you recommend? And I just want to see if anybody has heard me say which looper I use. I just want to see if they come up. I just use one looper. It's simple. It's easy. I try to keep everything simple. Let's see. Anyone? Nope. Can I find this one? The Ditto. Yeah, the Ditto looper. The Ditto looper is a simple looper. It's a little box built like a tank. You hit it, it loops, and then you can overdub, and it's awesome. And it gets you, you know, like, it's the cheapest looper. It's $100. It's one of the cheapest loopers, but it gets you like understanding how to play a loop or how to get a loop going. When you buy a looping station, it's really hard to like use all the bells and whistles if you can't get a loop. The question is, what pedals do I use? Okay, the Stitch Method. Rundown. Okay, so this is lame. It's lame. I mean, it's just a lame setup, but it does the job. All right, so let's see. I have my Ditto looper. All right, and my guitar goes into the big muff. Okay, so here, here's your big muff. Okay, that's a big muff pedal. You can hear that it's a fuzz pedal. You can hear it's like. Setting on the big muff pedal, I have volume at about 12 o'clock, tone at about 12 o'clock, sustain at about 3. All right. Next up is my tube screamer that connects to my tube screamer. The tube screamer is probably my favorite distortion pedal. It has it's a TS 808, and so it's not. Let's see. No, I don't know anything about Olin Docks. I know about the Phred instruments. I do love them from what I have. The tube screamer, the TS 808, has such a nice. It's such a good like. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not obtrusive distortion. So here's that, and then after my tube screamer, I go into my MOSFET full drive, which has 2 settings. This is a rock distortion. Okay. And then it has the boost on it. So you can hear that. Okay, so oh, you got your Stitch Method shirt shipped today. Yeah, little character 0 there. All right, so now, why does it seem so grainy? All right, and then after my full tone, I go into let's see, where's I go into my Qtron. Yeah, man. So there you go. I have my distortion on that one too. So then I got my Qtron and then I got my looper. So that's wait, there's Stitch Method. Okay, so hold on. There are Stitch Method shirts. If you go to my actually no, you know what? If you go to stitchmethod.com, STICH method.com, there's a little thing about signing up for my Neverlost system, what's coming out, and you can click on it's called Stitches. And you can get some shirts and mugs if you want to. Okay. The amp I have is a Line 6 Spider 4 15 watt. Thank you, Stephen. That was a nice compliment, Stephen. I appreciate that. Yeah, the amp. There's my setup for you. Nothing huge. Can you see writing through the cut on this? Oh, I couldn't see that. I'm sorry. I'll wait. It comes again. All right, a couple more minutes before I gotta go and keep on working and teaching and doing all stuff. I have not tried the Boss Katana. Nothing huge. Shirts are pretty slick. Thank you. You know what's funny is I haven't even ordered my shirts yet. Like the company, like you can't, like I don't have them. Somebody's filling out the forms right now. You stream any Fish shows? Yeah, I'm gonna be streaming a lot of the Baker's Dozen. When is the last date to submit melody? Okay. Whenever, but my next live feed will be talking about the melodies that are coming in on my Phrasing Heart and Breath video. You can enter a contest, watch the video, you can enter a contest, and you can win the distortion pedal. Okay, so trills, bends, tremolo. Solos are boring and mechanical. Yeah, okay, so I can definitely do... hey, Sean! Sean, are you just joining us? Because I was just crapping all over you. No, I'm just kidding, Sean. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Sean Daniel, but he had a live feed where he was literally shitting on me. I didn't say anything. I don't trash talk, Sean. All right, so yes, I can do Sean, I didn't say anything. I can definitely do a video on that. That's no problem there. I will tell you, I was so pissed, man. I had a 22-minute video on Eyes of the World and soloing. I had a video on Casey Jones, and I had a video on a CCR song, and all my audio was just crapped out, and I had to redo everything, so it kind of like killed me for a week. But wider than your Epiphone. They want to know, is this wider than the Epiphone? It's a tiny bit wider around the 12th fret, but nothing noticeable. Yem or tweezer? Yem, totally yem. Just to let you know. Semi-hollow. I went too fast. Cool. Should I buy a Phred? Yeah, I mean, like, Yeah, I don't see anything. I like it. I really like it. I mean, like, it's a solid guitar. I think it's not gonna fall apart. It's a solid guitar. It's really, really cool. It does the job. If you want to have a guitar that like, you know, if you yes, Steven, you're funny. If you but yeah, I mean, if you're interested, I say go for it. Definitely go for it. I know. Let's see. I'm trying to read all the chats that are coming in. I've heard the word motif thrown around the last couple of days. No explanation about motifs. Because last thing I'll say about motifs. Here we go. So, ready? Motifs means patterns, and I was really pissed at my Eyes of the World video. It was so good, and the audio was crap. And I was talking about motifs. A motif is a pattern that you repeat musically, but on guitar for us it's like a physical training where if you take any major scale, you take A major scale, and a motif is just a pattern that you can come up with. So if you take the first four notes, 1 2 3 4, and then you can start on 2 3 4 5, 3 4 5 6, 4 5 6 7, 5 6 7 1. So you can practice these motifs of patterns. Excuse me. Wow. Like that. And you can definitely get better and better at guitar because you're working your fingers in pre-built patterns known as motifs. But you can also enhance your solos because the ear likes to hear those patterns travel with him. That's one of Jerry Garcia's tricks, is he always is doing like a motif in his solo, like, and that's not by mistake. That's a physical approach and also a musical approach where, you know, you're just leading the ear. You're a lead guitar player. You're leading the ear with these motifs. So a motif is any sort of pattern you can repeat musically and physically on your instrument. And there we go. All right, guys. So there's my live review of the Phred instruments Ernesto. Steven, thank you for bearing with me. I'll see you guys soon. I have some more videos coming out. I have to get over my angst from having all these failed videos this week. But thank you so much for... what did Sean say? Sorry, somebody said Sean is right. And now I'm just going to be like, what did Sean say? Hey, Scott. Scott Bernstein, what's up, my man? I know you can play Yem better than me. I was just like teasing Yem. I was just teaching Yem. I was just teaching the beginning of it. Oh. What did Sean say? They asked what amp you... Okay, and what'd you say, Sean? What'd you say about my amp? I miss you, Scott. Sorry, this is why people are laughing, truthfully. Yeah, you said something crappy, because, Sean, you're a little crap talker. Oh! Let's talk about Sean for a second. Hold on, before I go. For all of you, you should know who Sean is. He's my buddy on YouTube, Sean Daniel. He's the man. So, Sean, I'm going to ask Sean, what type of pool did I put in? Let's see, we're gonna wait. Let's see. Come on, Sean. You know what type of pool I put in. I'm not roasting Sean. What kind of water? What kind of water is in the pool? Jeez. Sean, you're sitting out on the sugar sands of Siesta Key, just laughing your face off. What kind of water? Okay, well, since he's not answering, I did a saltwater pool. All right. So, where is it? The Deadbolt review probably next week. I did the saltwater pool, but I'm asking Sean, why is that saltwater pool so important? And he's not going to go with it. So I'm just going to tell you. As you know, on Sean's channel, he does some salty blues comments. And don't be fooled. I've gotten my fair share of some salty blues comments. So he shot a video of one of the harshest ones that came in. But I fired back, because that's what I do. You know, my whole entire... I miss you. My whole entire... oh, it bans you. Yeah, you get blocked because you're typing so much. If somebody goes, you know, hey, if somebody's like, you're wrong, I'm always like, well, tell me why I'm wrong, you know, and then we can talk it out. But if somebody's like, you're wrong, and I'm like, no, you have to answer it, you know, just tell me why, and we'll talk it out. Maybe I am wrong. So we picked a good salty comment. We made a video. It'll be coming soon. Just might fire back at something. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. Hope you had a fun time. More good guitar stuff coming soon. I'm gonna go pass out. Have a great day, guys. Bye bye. You guys are so awesome.